Fucking,
I'm not.
You did a Zumba. You were like,
I am a Zumba master.
Zumba Masters.
I've got 6 courses under my belt.
Do you have a green jacket?
This is the Masters. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watched the Movie. I'm Mike and he's Jay.
Why is his...
What?
You're like whispering.
That was a whispery?
Well, it actually makes sense because this movie's called Hush. That's the face that you give when you're drunk as fuck and you're trying to go to Taco Bell and they said they're closed early for the evening.
You just hang out by the windows.
You're like... You're like,
and that's happened to us.
I know.
This is a spoiler review.
Yeah, are we going to spoiler?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going deep.
I heard all this shit all over my Facebook, all over everywhere. It's like, oh my god, you gotta watch Hush. Hush is the greatest thing ever. It's so underrated. It's so great. Netflix picked it up and they premiered it themselves on Netflix. I mean, I'm sure it ran the horror circuit or whatever, but it went straight to Netflix, which I hope they keep doing that because
that's cool. I love
little
that.
people like us can see it.
But at the same time, this has been done before. The Strangers did it in more of an effective way. The only thing I respect the shit out of this movie is because it was low budget. It didn't have as many resources or the big actors that Hollywood usually employs for these kind of movies like The Strangers did.
And the new spin is that the girl's deaf. So, like, imagine being deaf, sitting in your house, and there's someone in your house, and you know that they're around, and you can't hear anything. It's supposed to add to the scares. It's supposed to make it scarier, and they touched on that a little bit. There were certain times in the movie where they would take out the sound, and you wouldn't hear anything. You'd hear what she was hearing, but they should have done it more. Like, they didn't do it at the right time. They should have done it more or whatever, but, like, they added all the stuff to it, and, like, the mask is scary as shit. Like,
I love the mask. Yeah, the mask.
That's scary as shit. That was really good. And then he takes it off. Right,
that was a terrible mistake.
It's the guy from Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Yeah, the guy who, when I watched that movie, he reminds me of Chris Pratt. He's like a funny, like likable kind of guy. He's kind of little. He's not that imposing. I don't know. There's something, and I like this guy. I think this guy's good. I think in other movies he'll be good. I liked him in 10 Cloverfield Lane, but he was miscast in this. Like I didn't feel that. And when he takes off the mask, and the first thing he says, he was like. I'm not. He's like, I'm coming anytime I want to. He's like, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna wait until you want to die. I'm gonna fuck with you so bad. And this is where it kind of falls off a little bit because he's like, I'm gonna fuck with you so bad that I'm not gonna come in and kill you until you're ready to die, until you completely give it up. But then it's like, okay, so you're gonna do that, and we're like, we've established these lines of communication. You're gonna fuck with me, but how? You've already killed the neighbor, which by the way was a badass death.
I like that.
That was the best death of the whole movie because he catches her. She's in there cooking dinner or she's cleaning the dish or whatever because you gotta clean that shit because it stinks.
It's
if
nasty.
You leave it out.
And it gets sticky.
And he goes up and he kills this chick. I didn't like that chick anyway. I don't know. There's something about
She's
her.
hot though.
Yeah, but he goes up to her and dude, he just keeps stabbing her over and over.
I love that because I'll tell you what. Okay, mini points. Right now. Mini. First off, he was trying so hard to come off as creepy and weird and whatever. He just came off as weird. It didn't really. I didn't get scared of it.
He was like Lucas from Empire Records.
It was like, wow, man.
Should I leave the couch?
At least they brought back the classics. Like he had the butcher knife and he did the Michael Myers and he stabbed a lot.
When he scraped the window. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like when he kept stabbing,
he stabbed
and stabbing. I was like, is he gonna do it again? He did it again.
You know what?
He did it
in my own sick way, I'm like, good for you.
Yeah, I was like,
because it's like
if you're gonna do it,
if you're gonna do it all the way. Go big or go the fuck home. Go big or go home. Because it's like
that was
he's
a good kill.
He's stabbing and he's stabbing and he's stabbing. Because you know what? If I was thinking, if you're gonna stab somebody to death, don't just stab them once, but like they're dead. You gotta keep stabbing that shit until they're fucking dead. And the way he did it too
was really creepy. And I thought he was gonna be way more sadistic when I watched it. I thought he was gonna be that way the whole movie. But then the next maybe 45 minutes, it's just like she's like, I might be able to escape. Oh, there he caught me. I can't escape.
I'm glad you mentioned that because it almost felt like this scene was great, but then they go to this scene that takes you away from the atmosphere of the movie.
And then you go on the third act, and you see the scene. She's running away, and then he catches her, and he beats the fuck out of her with that tombstone or with that rock. I thought, again. Because of the hype for the movie, I thought, oh, it's something about... she's dead.
Yeah.
That's shocking. What's the next step going to be?
I was like, wow, this has really gone in a different direction. Because I didn't see it coming. And I was like, hey, you know what? This is cool now. Because it's like different than I've ever thought. The bad guy's going to win. Or the bad guy's going to do something crazy or something else.
We still have time left.
Yeah.
So something could happen.
And then it's like you find out her schizophrenic brain is working overtime. And this is...
This is her writer brain.
Yeah.
She's making up
which she alludes to early on in the film. Which then I felt like I was in Next with Nicolas Cage. Yeah. She's seeing all these scenarios about what happened, which are freaky at moments.
Cool. It's kind of
cool. Like when you see, her brain bashed in, like we can't go outside because this will happen, and then her her other self is telling her that we can't wait because we'll bleed out. And you see her sitting in the corner bleeding out.
It's like
and then he's like, we can't go outside back to the crawl space because he'll catch us.
Yeah, well, it's like Scream. It's like Scream. She's talking about, it's like, oh, you mean another movie where the girl with big tits runs upstairs instead of running out the wide open front door? This time you actually got a girl who's smart, who thinks up different scenarios, thinks up different endings, and then she becomes like a Scream queen in that moment. Like, she becomes like a really empowered woman, and that's the whole idea at that point, because then she starts to dig in her own fucking wounds, and she writes like Coward and like Come On In, and she starts to become badass, and that's pretty cool. I like that. That's when the movie got a little bit better, and I think they missed an opportunity here, because as it goes on and he breaks into the house, first you got the scene where he's sitting behind her and she feels his breath, and
that was cool stuff. I love it. They zoomed on the little piece of hair.
Yeah, it's badass, and she turns around and stabs him, and then when she goes downstairs, she's got all these traps set up for him. She's got the sound alarms because, like, you know, she can't hear, so it doesn't bother her, and all this stuff, and she got the wasp spray, which is badass. But at the same time, they should have had a little scene in there, Nightmare on Elm Street, Heather Langenkamp, they should have had a little, like, throwback to that of her setting up the traps.
See,
like
that is exactly what I said. If you give a person, which I didn't understand the killer in that moment, because he's giving her so much time, and he's telling her, "I'm gonna make you wish that you were dead before I come in this house." But that sounds creepy, but it's not going to do anything, because that means that you give her enough time that she can set up Macaulay Culkin fucking traps from Home Alone that will make you wish that you'd fucking just decided on another house down the street.
She won't love me.
Yeah. I didn't like the fact that, first off, he's got a crossbow. That's fucking fancy and it's cool, but are you Daryl fucking Dixon from Walking Dead? Yeah. Who the fuck has a crossbow? Because they show it 3 or 4 times how hard it is to crank that shit. Yeah. Just get a gun.
And the neighbor's boyfriend shows up, and that scene was kind of cool because it showed, like, when he's sitting there after he fucks the guy up and he stabs him in the neck, which was a pretty gnarly scene.
I like it, yeah.
I like the scene where the guy grabs him and he's about to choke him out.
And he's dying.
He just dies beforehand. That guy was a terrible actor, by the way. But I like that whole scene and how he's sitting there and he's talking.
You're gonna ruin some people's Battlestar Galactica fantasies.
I know, but when he's sitting there talking to the guy and he was like, "Yeah, you definitely would have kicked my ass." There was like an 80%.
I like that. I did like that.
That was cool.
That was cool.
That was all right.
I like when he was sitting. He was leaning on the car hood and he's like, "What do you think, John?"
When she finally kills him, it's pretty badass though. She sprays him with that wasp spray, and that was smart.
I like
that. Was a cool ass idea. And then she hits him with the corkscrew. Which how many times are we going to see somebody die from a corkscrew in a movie at the last second while they're reaching for the?
At least she didn't say something like so corny like.
I got what she did.
Would you like some wine? Oh, she can't talk. She can't talk anyway.
Let's let it breathe.
But here's the thing. You know what? I was thinking that would have been good. Actually, I would have liked that. I thought she was gonna have like some rave hairspray or something. Like, imagine this, and a lighter and a fucking just blowtorch his fucking face.
That would have been awesome. And the last scene was it was climatic or whatever, but I liked it. And then when she goes out on the porch and she's sitting there and the cop car's pulling up, it's like she's empowered and all this shit like that. But it was funny though.
The last scene though, she's sitting on the deck and that cat comes up there and she's been bitching about that cat for like 3 years. I'd have been like, "You fucking whore! This is all your fault."
But ultimately, like as far as home invasion thrillers go, I think this movie I think it was good. I enjoyed watching it. I think I think it's being a little bit overrated.
I feel like
I think everybody's a little bit overrated.
We gotta be careful though, because I don't like. You know, the thing is with you guys, I don't want you to think that we're attacking this movie unfairly. Because, I mean, there are great things in this movie. Because I feel like we've negatively attacked it. It's not.
It's one of those things where everybody's talking about it and building it up. And it's just a little bit overrated. It's still a good movie. I gave it a strong 7.0. I thought it was pretty good.
I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's close to 7.0 as well. I liked it a lot. I think it was cool.
So that's our review for it, guys. Comment down below. What did you guys think about this? What did you guys think about the main antagonist, the bad guy? Did you think he was miscast? I liked the guy. I liked him in 10 Cloverfield Lane. I just thought it was miscast kind of in this movie. It wasn't scary enough to me. But comment down below. Let us know what you guys thought about it. And what's the latest horror movie that you watched on Netflix? Whatever it was, comment down below. Let us know what it is and give us a rating. What?
Yeah. I was just going to say, I want to say, because we didn't mention that in the review at all, I wanted to say one quick thing. The main actress is great.
She was great.
She's an awesome actress. So I would like to see her in more bigger stuff too. So.
Totally.
So that's all. That's all I want to say.
Totally. Yeah.
You sound like Emilio Estevez.
We're on Snapchat. We watched the movie Mike. We're on Instagram. We're on all that shit below. We watched the movie on Twitter. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some wham up in your house alone in the woods.
I don't want to be there.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.